Hey guys, and welcome to the Touchline podcast. Today we are bringing you a match preview for the Bulldogs versus Eagles match, which is taking place tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Brookvale. So I'm here with Anthony and Charbel. How are you, boys?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, Anthony?
Boys.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, not bad, bro.
That's
Not
good.
too bad.
Yeah, the Para game was actually mad last night.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was a good turnout, but I'm glad that we all went as a group and
Anthony,
like just making us so.
you in that
With the
megaphone.
megaphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Commentary.
Look, if Dogs don't get the win this week, we got to win because it was lost. So that's a positive to take out.
There's no point
Yeah.
Eagles losing and then Dogs losing.
Yeah.
So we need to make up for that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Right, like it's not just that, like because you got 3 debutants coming in as well. Oh, and don't forget Kiko is debuting as well.
Yes.
Great money
Yeah.
as well.
We'll start the preview now. So,
Yeah.
can the Bulldogs start their 2023 season off with a victory? Anthony, what do you think?
I think so. With the with the team and the combinations that with Burda and Marnie, with the Fox, Valami, Kikau, and all them, I think it's going to be really interesting the way how they're going to mix it around with the combinations, like with their sets and that. So, but my concern is just that the defense as well. But Cole Flanagan, sorry, he should be. I think. Yeah. No, Cole Flanagan.
You did a Billy today.
Hey,
you did a Bill today when he said Craig Bennett.
I remember last week on the podcast where we all cracked up laughing.
Yeah,
but all seriousness. So all seriousness, Cole Flanagan, I think he should be fine with Matt Burton, but let's hope they do some good sets tomorrow against Manly. But bro, when I was watching Corey Waddell's interview yesterday on YouTube, he actually said their main target is to focus on Tom Trbojevic, so they want to shut him down.
Yeah.
And Ray Marnie actually even said it too on the interview this morning as well. He's like, I don't care about Tom Trbojevic. We need to shut him down.
Yeah, exactly.
So with his,
I haven't watched the interview yet, so I might as well watch it after this.
Yeah, well, even Cameron Ciraldo he interviewed as well. So they're all asking him the dumb questions like, how does it feel to be like the head coach and that? Like he's saying to himself, it's pretty normal. But if the nerves are going to hit me in, it's going to hit me in the first game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's always it's a normal thing. Like I don't know why they should be nervous for the first round.
Yeah,
I think they should be. I think it'll be fine.
We look at it. I've mentioned it a few times on the podcast about we beat Raiders comfortably, and they're on our level. Whereas on the other side, we lost the Sharks, who completely dominated us at Belmore Stadium. So Manly, they're on our level. So defensive, I've been impressed. Yes, Sharks, of course, it wasn't the best, but I can see the improvements Ciraldo has made to defense. And the attacking department, we look good against Raiders, but Sharks was, of course, like it reminded me back of like last year and a couple of years ago how attack was too slow, negative, and there was like no structure and like flow to the attack. So it's going to be a good game to watch against Manly. Hopefully, Dogs get the win, but I can see it's going to be a tough one to get.
Yeah.
But don't think. Yeah, but you know what? Sorry to cut you out, Sam. But one thing, like last year, how compared to this year, we've had poor defense last year. We had very, very bad defense. Even our attack wasn't the best, but still Mick Potter came in and
Potter fixed it.
Yeah, there was a lot of changes too. But when Jacob Perez came in, like everything changed. Like I knew they were starting to get some wins, and they proved a bit. That's why I saw the difference from Barrett to Mick Potter. But hopefully now it's because it's a fresh team, fresh coach, fresh management and everything. So, but you know what? Even Reed Marnie actually said it on the Bulldogs YouTube, like on the YouTube. He said it's all about us. It's not about the coaching stuff or the management. It's about us because we're the ones on the field. We're the ones we have to make up the combinations.
Right.
He does have a point.
Got a point. He's got a point.
But you know what? Because Matt Burton's a bit shy too. And on top of that, now he's started to talk more now with him and Marnie because they're co-captains. They need to start, they need to communicate with the team now. Even with Raymond Mariner as well. So they have to start conversating with each other to help each other out on the field, and even with defense and attack. You know what I mean?
Quickly, sorry, Sam. We need to start off strong because Manly's fans going to be up for it. They had a strong preseason, and we need to start off strong. If we start slow, it's going to be a long day for the Dogs.
I think I always head into the season confident. But for some reason this time I don't feel that confident. I'm a bit worried because of course Trbojevic is back and Manly just won the preseason challenge. So it's going to be an interesting game. Do I think we're going to win? It's in the airs. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen, but I think Trbojevic is going to, if Eagles are going to win, he's going to be the one to lead them. So we have to be on our game. We have to make sure everything we've done in preseason, the training, we've got to make sure that all comes together in round one. You know, we've had an up and down seasons for the last few years, so we need to start off strong. We've got to be convincing, and we just want to start off strong so that we can go into the bigger games feeling confident. You know, we got Melbourne next week, so if we lose this week, it's potentially another loss. Against Melbourne, so you don't want to start the season two losses in a row. It just a negative vibe around the club. So it's important we get the 2 points against Manly tomorrow, and so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine. But the lineup for Manly, man, doesn't look like they're going to be like 100%. But you know what? Doesn't mean they won that preseason challenge. Like who cares? So be it.
It doesn't mean anything.
But you know what? Exactly.
So Bulldogs have a few injuries. Luke Thompson out for I think 6 months. Payne Guy's at least missing round one. Josh Reynolds is on the reserve. So do you feel that these injuries are going to affect our performance in round one?
I think,
you go, Shubs.
Yeah, I think you need a player like Reynolds in the team, especially going to Manly. Like I said, the fans are going to be up to it. It's going to be a very good atmosphere. What's it called?
You need that. You need that Reynolds.
Reynolds gives the energy. He gives the lift in the team. Say we're trailing 12-0. Reynolds can come on. He can give us that energy and that boost and drive us to get the points on the board. So it's the lineups. I'm 50-50 with it. Reynolds should be in the squad, and with these injuries, it could really impact us.
Yeah, I feel with Reynolds against Raiders, he was fantastic. The energy he brought to the team, and even his kicking game was unbelievable. You felt like Reynolds hadn't left the club. He was still playing the way he was when he was at the club in 2018. So I think the injuries will cost us because our backline's still the same, but it's where our forward packs is where we're missing players. Payne Guy's a big miss. Thompson. So it's going to be interesting how they go. Famua Brown's a very good player, so I think he'll fill in the shoes at least for round one.
Has he ever played lock? I'm not sure.
I think that's his second position.
Josh Reynolds?
No,
Brown.
I'm not sure. No, he's been.
I think he has played. But I think the injuries will cost us. As I said, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not that confident, because the key players were missing. But who knows, man? Burden, you got Man, you got Kikau, the likes of them, Adokar.
You got enough quality.
Yeah, you got that quality to maybe
win the game.
Yeah, win the game. So what are your thoughts, Anthony? Do you think the injury is going to cost us?
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, I think it might affect us a bit. But you know how you mentioned about Josh Reynolds, how he bring back the dogs of war mentality as well.
Yeah.
The way how his performance in the trials, with his kicking and his running and his speed and that actually helped us with the boost, for all the young players to see how he played 8 years ago.
Yeah.
When he was playing with 2014, the way how he was playing, he's trying to teach the boys. That's how it should be from the beginning, from the olden times. Yeah. But the injuries with Payne Guy and Thompson, it will affect us a little bit, but doesn't mean it's going to affect us at the start of the season. But don't forget now, because you got Jacob Preston and Franklin Pele. That's going to help us with
big players off the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very tough. And Jacob Preston, he's actually pressed Cameron Ciraldo and Franklin Pele. He actually played really good.
He's gonna be the player to watch, man. This guy's gonna come. He's just aimed to destroy the opposition. So I'm looking forward to watch him.
Yeah, and
it makes it. Yeah.
Go, Anthony.
Yeah, so I was saying, you know what? A couple of months ago, when I heard about the sign that Frank Pele that signed with Dogs, I said to everyone, I said, "You've got to watch this bloke. This bloke
Yeah,
is going to come out firing.
yeah,
This bloke is going to be very dangerous on the field.
yeah.
Like
And he's
he's going
still
to
young.
attack everyone, man. He
Like,
reminds me of Frank Pritchard and Sam Cassiano.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Like, imagine when he's like 25, 26 years old, what damage he can cause to the comp.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like Cassiano and Pritchard combined. He's got that ability to like just run through players, and he's got that ability to like offload the ball, you know, make line breaks passable. So all that. So I think he's going to be a very good signing for us, and it keeps
Before we move on, it's not about the
Yeah.
game. I think Luke
Yeah.
Thompson's, I don't know why, it hasn't worked out for him at the Dogs. Lots of injuries, family problems. And I think it's time for him to, move on. We need to move on. Like, he should leave the club. I think
Well,
we can. He's on like what, 800K. I'm pretty sure. So if we can get that amount of like salary cap out of that amount of money out of our like the salary cap, that would be good for us. And like we can sign
exactly,
someone good like a halfback.
we just don't know what's going to happen. Like I don't know, like how you said about his issues and his injuries and that. Look, I wish him a speed recovery on his injury if that happened to him. Like it was just like it just happened like that. So even Cameron Ciraldo, he said on the interview that he was like, I think it was on the bags or something, and then he twisted his ankle. That's how it caused the injury. So they said that it's like a season end for him. But
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if. So I don't know if you reckon. Do you think he should
Anthony,
leave the club or what is it?
they're trying to avoid the surgery for Luke Thompson, but to make sure he's not out for that long. I saw something on the.
He's potentially out for the season now.
Yeah, but they're trying to
Yeah,
avoid
but
him.
but apparently they had done the surgery today. Well, that's what I heard.
Yeah, that is evident.
So now with the injuries now a problem for the Bulldogs, who do you think are favourites heading into this game? Is it Manly, or you reckon the Bulldogs should be the favourites?
Right, that's a tough thing. Look, honestly, the bets right now with Manly and Dogs, they're saying $1.64, and Dogs $2.24. So it's like literally 50-60 cents.
We got David Middleton with us today.
Who's David Middleton?
You know the one that does the sport bets odds and all that on Footy Show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's me, all right.
Yeah, but who do you think Dogs are favourites, or how do you see it?
I think, look. To be honest, it's going to be a tough game. Round one, you're going to expect like big hits and like good kicks and all that stuff, like with the combinations. But I want Dogs to win.
Yeah.
Dogs should be.
Yeah, of course,
they should be the favourites.
Yeah.
Just because
exactly.
I'm not confident heading into this game for many reasons, as we explained already. But I honestly think Manly might have the edge in this game. As much as I want Dogs to win,
I've got a gut feeling too.
Have a winning start. I'm not feeling confident heading into this game.
I always say this. I feel we're always heading confident into a game, round one opener. But I feel this time we're not confident. And I feel maybe that's good. Maybe they'll surprise us and get the victory for us. And don't forget, Manly haven't won a round one game in like 11 years. So like... you got to make sure you got to make sure we extend that to 12 years. So I think we've got an advantage in that terms. Like 11 years, that's a lot. You look at Melbourne; they just won yesterday. They made it 19 years in a row, round one. So as I said, I'm not confident, but I think it can go either way.
Knowing Dogs, they'll beat us and break that like curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Look, don't forget the last couple of years we've been losing like round one against Melbourne Storm. How many times? Like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
But maybe I think this. You know what? After the performance like with Dogs and Manly last year, like the last round of the season, Dogs like they struggled at the first half, and you know we all saw it in front of our eyes at the stadium, like 16-0 down, but then we came back in the second half, so we changed it around.
Yeah, Manly have a very underrated squad. Like Hasler really ruined their club last year. Like the team, they have like good amount of players. They got Turbo, who's just returned from injury. Cherry Evans, he's always been a good player, and of course we don't like him, but he's a very good player. We got even Kula. They've got a very strong team, a good forward pack, and like they could like really cause damage this year in the league if of course Seabold gets it right with the team.
Yeah. So
it does.
Go Anthony.
Yeah, so Watson's debuting tomorrow as well. Andrew John's son, Cooper Johns.
Oh, yeah, he is.
For Manly.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that. That just hit me in the head because I'm actually seeing that right now on NRL.com.
Yeah.
But I want to see what he's like. because I know he's young and
Played
fresh.
for
'Cause
Melbourne a
he
bit.
played with Melbourne.
Played for Storm,
Yeah, he
yeah.
did play with Melbourne
He
last
might
year,
not have a big
but he didn't get
impact
that
for
much
them.
games.
He might not have a big impact for them, but he might play a bit of a small role. You don't know.
I think he might struggle. I think he might struggle against Sherry Evans because if he has a lot of errors and that's going to
Yeah,
be big
exactly.
issues.
Yeah. Like, there's going to be pressure on him to like deliver.
Yeah, and even the forward pack too. I didn't see their forward pack like big surprise. Like
I
they're
feel
They've got
currently
Jake
like
Trbojevic. They've got I can't even
Herman
pronounce his name.
Alakuatu.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, they got Croker, decent hooker.
Yeah,
They've
so
got a decent pack.
I feel they're like us. They've got like sort of a solid look. I think on paper we might have the better team.
yeah, we actually do because we got the backs and then
Yeah, but if it's in regards to playing, they might be better than us because of course they've got the same team as last year. They've been doing well for a few years, but of course last year they struggled. But if Manly were to get the victory tomorrow, do you reckon that Turbo is going to be the one that's going to lead them? Do you think he's going to regain his form the when he was in 2020?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I'm going to disagree.
I'm gonna
I'm going to
say
disagree on you that one.
You need to go like game by game. You can't just judge it off after one match.
Yeah, but
you could have.
Do you think he's going to step up tomorrow? You can.
I think
he always does it against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think he can. There's a bit of.
Yeah, he does. But then he's going to choke. He's going to choke later.
Yeah, he'll probably get injured. Yeah.
No, but I think if
I got a gut feeling. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, if Manly were to win this game, they need Cherry Evans and Turbo to turn off.
Yeah, I reckon we can get the win. Huh?
Hey?
If they don't turn up, I think we can get the win comfortably.
I think
I reckon we'll get the win.
Yeah, I think we're underestimating our team. You know, like we've got Marnie, Kika, we've got all these good players, but it's just having that belief that can they really get the win together and put an 80-minute performance. You know, we saw like a 20-minute performance against the Cronulla Sharks, and then it just all collapsing. But we need a solid 80-minute performance. We need everyone to play together, play for the badge. And just try and minimize the errors because we had a lot against the Sharks. But if we can sort that out, I think we can get the 2 points.
And lastly, there seemed to be like a lack of concentration. Like every time we concede, it just collapses for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what we need to improve this year.
Like we'd concede like 4 tries in like 10 minutes. I remember the Good Friday match we went to. We were winning 6-0. And then Damien Cook goes into the hat trick like in 10 minutes. Like we got to really stay focused. We can't put our heads down if we're like losing 18-6. We've got to fight together, put a solid performance and just go through the whole 80 and just try their best to win. And even if we lose, we just want to see a team that puts all their heart in and just tries to win the game.
And like people can come after the game and say, Dogs look really good this year.
Yeah, at least lose a game, but just play with all your heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And even people said last night, like they said, okay, so
what you lagged up a bit.
Yeah, I was saying that the fans even yesterday, they said it, Parramatta fans, Melbourne fans, they said hopefully Dogs will win yesterday. So look, to me, and like you mentioned about Tom Trbojevic, like he'll probably fire up and like probably they'll get like how I'm going to say it, like they'll lead the team for Manly in that get some wins. But you know what? I think they're going to choke this year. I said it from the beginning. That's the one team I hate from the NRL is the Manly.
Yeah, that leads to my next question.
I don't know why, but
so you don't think they're going to be underdogs heading into this year?
Who, the Manly Sea Eagles?
Yeah, you don't think so?
I think they are.
So. They're going to struggle. They're going to struggle. That's in my opinion. The way how they played last year, they didn't play the best performance too. They were up and down. Yeah,
that was all down to Hasler.
But now with Anthony Seibold, I don't know. I don't feel that.
Look, time will tell.
You reckon they might need time, Anthony, like to gel?
Yeah, because they got new players coming in too, and you got a new coach. It's going to take a bit of time. The way how Cameron Ciraldo with the new, I think Dog's going to gel in for sure.
I agree. So talking about coaches, of course we got Cameron Ciraldo. We brought him in from the Panthers. The Eagles got Anthony Seibold. He previously coached the Broncos and the Rabbitohs. So now with them now coming into new clubs, who do you reckon is going to be more successful in their tenure at the club? Is it going to be Seibold or Ciraldo?
I think Ciraldo. Yeah.
I personally think Ciraldo too.
Yeah, I think Ciraldo has like the tools around him Like he's got the money to spend. Look, Seabold, I think it's going to take time to see until we can see what he produces at Manly. But I think Ciraldo already has what he needs. Maybe a few more signings, but I think he's going to win a premiership very soon.
Yeah.
As opposed to what Seabold could win.
Look, I think only for me, time will tell. You know, like I've said a number of times, if we start the season bad, I think all the fans are going to be on him like instantly. Like we've gone through a tough patch throughout these past 7-8 years, and we just want to see our team succeed, and we want to get that run of wins. You know, and it all starts on Saturday. You know, so I think Cameron Ciraldo will succeed at the Bulldogs. Is it going to be this year where the team clicks, or are we going to have to wait another year? But if we're talking about overall, I think Ciraldo's going to win.
Even Seabold for me had a bad patch at Broncos. They were really struggling.
Everyone has their moments. Like as a coach, even the coaches like Bellamy had it's just normal. It's part of the game. But I reckon Ciraldo would probably have a better career a better coaching career than Seabold.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. And look, to be honest, Ciraldo is going to have a really good, successful, the way how he came in, and you know what, he reminds me of Mick Potter. How he told the players, just be yourself, don't change the way you are, just be who you are, and
he
play
gets a lot of
exactly. He just wants them to play naturally. You know what I mean? The way how Mick Potter did that last year.
Yeah, and what's good that we've got a balance between an attacking coach and a defensive coach. You got Potter dealing with the attack, and you got Ciraldo with the defense. As you said, we saw against Raiders and the Sharks that defense looked solid. And in parts of the whole game of the Raiders game, our attack looked very strong. I think we're going to be fighting for the 7th and 8th spot. I think we're going to be better when we verse the top 6 teams. I think it's going to be a struggle for us. But I think when we verse the likes of Raiders, Titans, I think we'll get the win over them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. And even Tigers as well, West Tigers, because we have them in round 3 coming up in 2 weeks' time. So, bro, I want to see a win tomorrow against Manly with Cameron Ciraldo.
I just can't watch the game.
Yeah, I'm so pumped too. I'm really looking forward to this game. This is the game I've always been waiting for now.
Yeah, I want to see a performance where, we look at last year, round 1 against the Cowboys. We won 6-4. It was a scrappy win. You know, both teams were very good. But we ended up getting the win. But it wasn't convincing. Defensively, we were solid. But I want to see tomorrow a completely different team. I want to
complete change.
Attacking well, smooth attack, getting repeat sets, just putting the pressure constantly on Manly and defending well as well. I think once we see that, then we're going to realise that we have a solid team.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. But hey, one thing as well, actually, Corey Waddell is actually saying as well, Matt Burton's still practicing on his bombs, so hopefully we can see that this season as well a lot, man. What do you reckon?
We didn't see those bombs in the Cronulla match. In the trials.
Maybe he's just saving it for the season, maybe. Maybe saving it for the season.
Wait, Anthony, Turbo's not ready. I said Turbo's not ready for his bombs.
Yeah, he's going to be scared when he sees those big bombs.
Final question before we wrap things up. We got Matt Burton probably heading to be one of the rising stars of the NRL. And we've got DC, who's been there for, I think, 12, 13 years now, who's been consistently one of the best halfbacks. Who do you think is going to lead their teams to victory? Is it going to be Matt Burton? Is he going to stand out and perform, or is DC going to have that experience to lead his team to the 2 points?
I think it's hard to say, to be honest, because it can go either way. Like I've said, I'm predicting a Manly win. Hopefully, I'm wrong. So that means I'm leaning towards Cherry Evans. I think the experience he's got. He's at home, the fans are behind him, and he's going to have that confidence within himself to guide Manly to get the win, of course.
Anthony, what do you reckon?
Look, I agree with Charbel. I think they might win, but hopefully they don't win Manly. But I think Matt Burton should lead us with the win. Hopefully, that's my opinion.
Okay. Before we wrap things up, I want to get a score prediction from you guys. So, Anthony, what do you reckon?
This is a tough one. I think Dogs should win at least probably 12 points. It's probably going to be a tough game, but by 12 points. That's my opinion.
I'm going to go, I'll say Manly 18, Dogs 10.
I'm gonna stick with the boys. I gotta stick with my team no matter what. I'm gonna go Bulldogs 18, Manly 10.
So the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, opposite of me. So yeah, I reckon. Hopefully we
Get ready, boys. Get ready. Big game tomorrow.
we're
Big game, man. Can't wait.
all pumped. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the match preview. After the Bulldogs game, we'll be doing also a match review to do fan cams, maybe player ratings. So yeah, stick around and we'll see you guys soon. See you guys.
Cheers.